गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी, हाउ आर यू? कैसे आप लोग? एक बार फिर से आप सभी का स्वागत है मेरे YouTube चैनल में। माई सेल्फ शिवप्रसाद सर। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, today's date is 13th October 2020. Today in our 12th business studies lecture, 13th October 2020 and 12th business studies 12th business studies lecture. Dear students, I have already started your chapter number 9, that is financial management, and in this chapter, this is your financial management, chapter number 9, and in this chapter I have started topic that is financial decisions. Financial decisions. My dear students, in this topic, financial decisions, already 2 video lectures have been taken by me. In the first video lecture, with the help of a chart on the board, I had explained you that there are 3 financial decisions or financing decisions. Number 1, investment decisions. Number 2, financing decisions. And number 3, dividend decisions. Like this, with the help of chart, in the first video lecture I had explained you. You must have watched that video lecture. And in the same first video lecture, the first type of financial decision, that is investment decisions, it was discussed. So like this, it was the first video lecture on the topic that is financial decisions. Then in the last video lecture, that is second video lecture, we discussed financing decisions. So in the series of same topic which I have already written on the board from your chapter number 9, that is financial management, it's your 9th chapter number 9, financial management. And the same topic which I have been discussing last 2 video lectures, that is financial decisions. Today it is 3rd video lecture on the topic that is financial decisions. So today we are going to discuss the third one, the third type of financial decision, that is dividend decision. So you can say that it is a subtopic, that is dividend decision, and the main topic is financial decisions. As I told you earlier, there are three financial decisions, investment decisions, financing decisions, and this is the third one, that is dividend decisions. It is subtopic. So today we will discuss the concept of dividend decision, concept of dividend decision, concept of dividend decision, and after discussing the concept of dividend decision, we will discuss the factors affecting dividend decisions, factors affecting dividend decisions. So once again welcome. Let's discuss the concept of dividend decision. Dear students, dividend, the meaning of dividend you have already studied in the 11th standard. Dividend means it is part of profit which is given to the shareholders as return on their investment. So shareholders, when we say that shareholders, you know already that there are two types of shareholders, preference shareholders as well as equity shareholders. Preference shareholders get dividend at fixed rate, and the equity shareholders get dividend at fluctuating rate. Dear students, over here, in case of equity shareholders, we say that they are last claimants, because whenever dividend is paid, first the priority is given to the preference shareholders, and then only if there is a sufficient amount of balance profit, then equity shareholders will get dividend. Dear students, dividend, as I told you, it is profit earned by the company which is distributed among the shareholders. Suppose the company has earned certain amount of profit. So from that profit, some percentage of the profit will be kept aside, which is called as retained earnings. Those retained earnings are nothing but undistributed profit. As I told you, that company has earned profit, and out of that profit, certain percentage of the profit will be kept aside. So it is called as undistributed profit or retained earnings. The earnings which are retained by the company. Retained by the company means what? They are not distributed among the shareholders as dividend. So later on, these retained earnings or the undistributed profit will also be distributed among the shareholders in case in some year, if for the distribution of the dividend some money is required, then it can be utilized. Otherwise, it can be reinvested in the business as short-term financial requirements of the company. Means there are different sources of raising finance for the company. certain sources are internal sources and certain sources are external sources. In case of external sources, we talk about the issue of shares, issue of debentures, banks and financial institutions. And if we talk about internal sources of raising finance, so retained earnings, it is the best example for the companies. What is retained earnings? Every year, whatever the profit is earned, so entire profit is not distributed as dividend to the shareholders. Out of that profit, certain part of the profit is kept aside, which is called as retained earnings or the undistributed profit for future purposes. So, dear students, as I told you that these undistributed profit or retained earnings can be utilized by the company in future, either for the payment of dividend itself, or it can be utilized as capital in the company, as short-term requirements of the company can be fulfilled from that retained earnings. Or even suppose like these 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years have passed and the amount of the retained earnings has mounted, means there is a large amount of retained earnings with the company, then out of that retained earnings, the company can issue bonus shares also. Bonus shares are nothing but some that additional shares given to the equity shareholders as free of cost. Since these shares are given as free of cost, they are called as bonus shares. But ultimately, those retained earnings are utilized by the company as capital. So, it was the whole thing about the concept of dividend decisions. Dividend decisions, while taking the decisions, what the company will decide? The company will decide that how much the percentage of the profit should be kept aside as retained earnings and how much the percentage of the profit should be distributed among the shareholders as dividend. In case of shareholders, I have already told you in today's lecture itself that preference shareholders get fixed rate of dividend and equity shareholders get fluctuating rate of dividend. Why equity shareholders get fluctuating rate of dividend? Because in the case of equity shareholders, the rate of dividend is not fixed. They get profit, they get dividend only after the payment of preference shareholders. Once the preference shareholders are paid dividend, then only whatever will be the remaining profit that will be distributed among the equity shareholders. So dear students, these decisions will be taken that about retained earnings, about the percentage of the profit should be distributed as a dividend among the shareholders. So it was the entire thing about the concept of dividend decisions. Now let's discuss the factors affecting dividend decisions. Dear students, there are number of factors. There are number of factors which affect the dividend decisions. Out of those number of factors, today we will discuss in this lecture few factors which are important and which are possible to discuss in this limited the time of video lectures that will be discussed over here. Around 5 to 6 factors which affect the dividend decisions we are going to discuss. So once again welcome, because we are going to discuss the factors affecting dividend decisions. Yes, dear students, as I was saying that, once again welcome. we are going to discuss the factors affecting dividend decisions. The first one which we are going to discuss is amount of earnings, then stability of earnings. Amount of earning, it is our first factor which affect dividend decisions. Amount of earnings, and then next one we are going to discuss that stability of earnings. Stability of earnings. Stability of earnings. So let's discuss the first one, that is amount of earnings. As I told you earlier that dividend is nothing but part of profit which is distributed among shareholders as return on their investment. So dear students, dividend decisions, what we are learning now, we are learning factors affecting dividend decisions. So dividend decisions depend upon the amount of earnings. If the earnings of the company is large, no doubt in that, if the company is earning large amount of profit, then certainly the company will declare large amount of dividend to the shareholders. Its another meaning is like this also, that large amount of the profit will be retained by the company itself, and the remaining profit will be distributed as dividend among the shareholders. Means what? The overall the scenario is like that. The dividend decisions depend upon the amount of earnings. It's very obvious, it's very clear from the heading itself. If the amount of earning is large, then it will be easy to take decisions regarding declaration of the dividend. Suppose the earnings are less, the amount of earning is less, then it can be suspended also. Means what? The company may say like that, that today we have earned very less amount of profit, so we are unable to pay you dividend. It may also happen, but normally what happens that in case of the public companies, we know that there are two types of shareholders, preference shareholders as well as equity shareholders. So equity shareholders may be denied, but what about the preference shareholders? In preference shareholders case, you have already promised them that we will pay you fixed rate of dividend, so they will be paid. By anyhow the company will arrange money. Suppose the amount of earnings are less, they will arrange money from the past savings, that is past retained earnings, but they will pay the promised rate of dividend to the preference shareholders. So the second point we are going to learn today, that is stability of earnings. First point I have discussed, and I hope that you have already understood it. The second one, stability of earnings. It is also related to the first the point itself, stability. If any company's earnings are stable, सबका ध्यान है बराबर? सब लोग ध्यान से सुन रहे? ध्यान से सुनेंगे तो ही समझेगा, अदरवाइज लगेगा कि पता नहीं क्या आए और बड़बड़ करके चले गए. अटेंड हियर प्लीज एवरीबडी. Stability of earnings. Stable. If the company's earnings are stable, then it's very clear that the shareholders will get stable rate of dividend. If there is instability, if there is a instability in the earnings of the company, means what? Suppose, say for example, this year the company earned 100 crores profit. Last year the company has earned 60 crores as profit. Next year company earned somewhat say 40 crores profit. So such type of figures are not said stable, because last year some 60 crore, this year 100 crores, next year company earned 40 crores. These figures are unstable. Stability in the sense that company should maintain certain consistent rate of earnings, that will be called as stable earnings. So if the company's earnings are stable, say for example, if I say that normally our company earns 100 crores profit or 100 to 120 crores profit every year. So this will be called as stable, because at least 100 crore is fixed, and if it varies, if the figures vary, they vary from 100 to 120 crores. So it will not be called as that much unstable, how I gave the example earlier, like 60, 100 and 40 like this. So if the company's earnings are stable, it's very obvious that company will declare the dividend with a stable rate. In this case, the management also will be in stable mind, and the shareholders will also be assured that our company will declare dividend at least this much. Growth opportunities, the next point, third point we are going to discuss is growth opportunities. Growth opportunities. My dear students, 2 points I have already discussed with you, and the third one we are going to discuss is growth opportunities. After learning these 2 points, this third one you should be able to guess. You should be able to predict that what could be said about this point. Growth opportunity. Growth opportunity is related with the earlier 2 points discussed, that is amount of earnings and stability of earnings. Growth opportunity, it's clear from the heading itself. If the growth opportunities are higher, means if company is a growing company, day by day the company is mounting different we can say their destinations. It's growing company, and the prospects are high for them. They are achieving every opportunity. They are grabbing every opportunity. Growth opportunities are more, then it can be expected that in the near future the company's performance will be very good, and the shareholders will enjoy very good amount of dividend, that is return on their investment. Cash flow position, the fourth point which we are going to discuss is cash flow position. Cash flow position. Dear students, so far under the heading factors affecting dividend decisions, we have discussed the first point as amount of earnings. Then we discussed second one, stability of earnings. Third one, just now I discussed with you, that is growth opportunities, and we are going to discuss now cash flow position. Cash flow means over here we are talking about what is the position of the cash flow in the company. My dear students, if the company is doing well, by the way, company is doing well when it will be said. It will be said when the amount of earnings are large, when there is a stability in the earnings, when there are growth opportunities and the company is grabbing every growth opportunities. Companies sales are mounting, means companies sales is increasing day by day, companies earnings are increasing day by day, the market reputation or the market goodwill in the share market is also increasing day by day, means the market value of the shares is increasing of the company. So such a situation we can say that company is doing well. So if the company is doing well, then no doubt it's very obvious that the cash flow position of the company will be strong, otherwise no. So dividend decision, this depends upon the cash flow position also. If the cash flow position is not that much good, means their sales are not increasing, cash flow is less, bad debts recovery is less, or the sales which they have made on the credit basis, that recovery is not good, then we say that cash flow position is not satisfactory in case of the companies. So such unsatisfactory the position of the cash flow is going to affect the dividend decision of the company. Same thing we are discussing, that factors affecting dividend decisions. So like this 1, 2, 3, 4 points we have discussed. Next one we are going to discuss is shareholder preference. Shareholder preference. Fifth point I am going to write over here. Fifth point, shareholder preference. Shareholder preference. So dear students, as I was talking to you earlier, that there are two types of shareholders, preference shareholders as well as equity shareholders. So this concept of dividend decision we discussed. Then we have started the discussion of the factors affecting dividend decisions, and in that this point is being discussed by me, that is shareholder preference. So earlier while explaining the concept of dividend decisions, I told you that there are two types of shareholders, that is preference shareholders as well as equity shareholders. So dear students, shareholders preference, over here we say that preference shareholders are given preference while the payment of dividend. The preference shareholders are paid dividend first. They are given priority. They will be paid first at fixed rate of dividend, and later on if there is a sufficient amount of profit, then equity shareholders will be paid. So this is called as shareholders preference. Dear students, like this, under the heading factors affecting dividend decisions, we discussed total 5 points. There are other points also, but as I told you that as the availability of time, I have discussed the 5 points, and these are sufficient. That okay. So if you want one more point, so let's discuss one more point, that is taxation policy. Taxation policy can be discussed. By the way, how many points we discuss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next one, taxation policy. Okay. Taxation policy, over here we talk about that taxation policy. It depends upon the taxation policy also. If their government is charging a high rate of taxes on that companies, then definitely that company will pay high rate of tax to the government, and balance profit of the company will be less. So in case of less availability of the profit, definitely the company will pay less rate of dividend to the shareholders. Dear students, one more thing can be said that, however, if the tax is low, tax is low means what? The company is paying low taxes to the government. So it's very obvious that company will have large amount of earnings after tax, then that will be distributed among the shareholders as a dividend. So it's very clear there is a direct relationship between taxation policy and that dividend which is paid to the shareholders. If company is paying high taxes, then where from those taxes will be paid? Those taxes will be paid from the profit itself. So after tax, the less amount of profit will remain with the company. So obviously the shareholders will get less amount of dividend. Okay. So my dear students, I am going to summarize today's lecture, that what we learned today in this video lecture. As I told you earlier, it is the continuation of the topic, that is financial decisions. There are three financial decisions. That first one, investment decisions. Second one is financing decisions. These two we have already discussed in earlier two video lectures. So in this video lecture, I started the dividend decisions. First we discussed the concept of dividend decisions, and then we discussed factors affecting dividend decisions. The first point we discussed amount of earnings. Second one we discussed stability of earnings. Then we discussed growth opportunities. Then we discussed cash flow position, and second last we discussed that shareholder preference, and last one we discussed that taxation policy. So my dear students, at last, chalte chalte, I would like to say that thank you very much for your kind cooperation, and don't forget to like, comment and share my video lectures. That's all for the day. Enjoy yourself.